And hello everyone, welcome to this slightly delayed Freedom Friday stream. As you can, I don't know if you can tell, but we are going to be playing Rage 2 today. For those of you who don't know, Rage 2 is, well, for the obvious side of it, is a sequel to Rage. A game by id Software set in a post-apocalyptic world where some relics of ancient technology, I say ancient technology, it was advanced technology, but the world collapsed, have resurfaced, and all the bandit tribes kind of went into a bit of a warlike state to try and get it. The first one was quite an underrated open world shooter, which I personally had a lot of fun with. I picked this up, quite a while ago, honestly. I think I actually got this shortly after it was released, and I just have not had the chance to play it since. Bit of a clarity thing for people, I have only played this for the first few minutes. Hello Malachi, and yes, Rage 2 Electric Boogaloo. There's a lot of electric pink in this, so yes, that's very fitting. Yeah, I have not played at all that much of it. I think I've played this enough to get a starting weapon and kill a few enemies with it, because it was during my time of checking that the game actually works. Electric pink, that would be a good colour scheme. No, no, I am not going to. If there's custom colours for every weapon in this, I am not going with your suggestions of hot pink. Anyway, let's jump into it. I've already tinkered with the audio settings and pretty much reduced all the master volume and stuff down to about 60%. But if it is too loud or too quiet, let me know and I will change it. I don't care how fabulous you think it looks, Malachi, it's going to look strange. And as you can see from the difficulty settings, this has definitely been made in the wake of Doom 2016, as, you know, referenced by Ultra Nightmare existing, and Nightmare. But, you know, still no stream elements. No, still no stream elements. That's 2 minutes and 50 seconds of being live, no stream elements coming in. So, you know, it seems like a lazy Sunday even for stream elements. And Twitch has alerted you that I'm live when you're in my chat. Yeah, it does that to me frequently. It's like, oh, so-and-so person is live. I know, I'm there. There's stream elements. 3 minutes, 14 seconds. And yes, where do raiders get all that hair gel? It's something that always bugs me in post-apocalyptic stuff. It's like, society has collapsed, and yet still hair gel is a thing. Everywhere. So yeah, we're going to go on normal difficulty because slight amount of still some amount of challenge, but still overall just, you know, fun and ease of getting around. Spit. I'm sorry, Malachi, but you have clearly not tried to comb your own hair when it's gotten past, you know, 2 inches long. It does not stay, believe me. Or maybe that's just mine being really, really stubborn. Yeah, let's jump in. The stars at night. They're big and bright. Well, that one's especially bright, probably because
we had such plans for this world.
Okay, but
our
apparently you don't have cough drops.
So mercifully cleansed by the media they named Apophis. We had such plans.
Such plans.
Thwarted
Such
by
fun.
one man, Nicholas Rain. With the push of a
You don't
button,
style your hair on sleep where it gets too long, you can change around for the hair clip. Yeah, so I used gel when it had to and hated doing it.
Came tumbling down,
Same.
all premature.
I experimented with hair gel when I think I was about 14.
Cycle of life anew.
But since then, no. And now I've just got really ultra long hair. Hair gel is not going to do a thing for me. And welcome to the stream, Mozo. You're not that late. I've only been streaming for like 5 minutes, and most of that was explaining what this is.
Our weakened species was hindered.
You can barely hear him standing over the voiceover.
Selfishly
Noted.
refused. They chose their own pitiful existence over the future of the breed. Such hubris. They thought us defeated. We let them believe us defeated. But we moved underground. We watched their petty squabbles, their meaningless turf wars, their childish attempts at order from chaos, and we grew strong. Our science, our expertise, all aligned, all with one sole purpose. The surgical culling of the weak. Man reborn! We tear down their defenses. We take their compounds. We take the arcs. We raise their settlements and townships to the ground. Tonight marks the beginning of the cleansing. Tonight marks the rebirth of the authority!
So yeah, General Lozenge needs to calm down a bit, doesn't he? Right. Okay, so we're in now. Hopefully, you can actually hear me over the in-game audio, and that was just cutscene volume. But yeah. As I was saying, Malachi, I haven't really used gel since I was about 14, because, well, having really long hair such as mine that's also stubborn, gel does nothing for me. It really doesn't. It's just... all I can do with my hair right now is I can tie it back, or have it hang as it is. And yes, Mother, Father, Bald Robot Hitler scares me. He kind of scares me too. He's also giving off kind of Brotherhood of Steel vibes, like to the tune of, we have technology, ergo we are superior. You know, mechanized.
What's going on up there? Nothing good. Better gear up and move out.
Select character. Oh, I can be lady or I can be man. Well, why break tradition? Lady me up.
Time, right?
Yeah, grab your gear.
See, the in-game audio doesn't seem so overpowering, but let me know if it is and I will
Come on, Walker. We gotta get out there. Grab your gear.
quite happily turn it down. Jaramax and Starve, we have to protect them from themselves because they clearly can't use tech. Yeah, that sounds about right. Just more malicious, yes. Ah, wing sticks. Boomerangs with blades.
Come on, Lily. That was my kill.
You gotta move a little faster, Walker.
Lily, the closest thing I ever had to family. We grew up here in Vineland.
You don't have
Raised by her
Kofiamoto.
drill sergeant
This should
of
be
a mother.
rectified. I've already drunk
Me?
one.
I'm
Looks
an
like a
orphan.
Doom enemy.
I
Yes,
don't have a
it
mother.
does.
But there's plenty more where that came from. I'm telling you, this is the big one.
All right. Then let's go fucking get some.
You can definitely tell this is made by the same people who did Doom, can't you?
Come on, let's do this.
Leave the guard's house. No, it's safe in here.
On my way!
Yes, because I too use zip lines with just my bare hands.
Gonna be hard to
It's
keep
brewing,
score.
but right now you don't have coffee. That's good. At least you actually are going to get coffee.
Walker, we need you in the courtyard. Now! We're on our way. Got Lily too.
Jersey's been deployed to warn the other settlements. They
Why?
gotta
Because the
know.
game hasn't broken
Because
right
this
out of the
is Big
cutscene?
Red. Just snapped it on the comm box. This is the biggest attack they've ever seen. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Then let's go. We're gonna go earn us a glory ribbon.
And a glory ribbon. Okay. What is that? It's like everything in post-apocalyptic is degraded to the sense where the only currency and
Courtyard. That's where the fighting is thickest.
modes of getting any sort of thing done is all based around ribbons. Society is degraded to the fact that ribbons are the only thing that matters. Cool. I mean, so far, so good. Oh, Feltrite. Yes, I'm sure that felt right as well. Pick up Feltrite cells from fallen enemies to regain health. Keep in mind that Feltrite cells are highly unstable though and will dissolve if not picked up quickly enough. Okay, so this is your healing thing. Kill things and pick up their drops of things. If there was a modern remake, they'd make the ribbons out of toilet paper. Yes. Use a health infusion to regain vitality. So, medkits. Medkits and health drops. Gotcha. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one with a disintegrating laser. Kinda looks like Gears of War Brumac.
Not just any ranger. That's Jersey.
Oh, look at him being fancy. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, but that just said, in the subtitles, he engages overdrive mode.
Shit, it took his whole head off.
Well,
So much for
gory.
Ranger Jersey.
He's not gonna defib out of that.
Well, no, you do tend to
It's all up to me
not be
now.
able to be revived from having your head bitten off.
If you're gonna do it.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
push these creeps back into the wasteland.
Take. Well, mine now, apparently.
Shit, Mom's gonna skin you alive messing with Ranger gear.
Ugh, but it's still got a lot of Jersey in it.
Aw,
Yeah,
ew.
but it's our only shot.
Take him. Take him. Yeah. I would say that's an injury that is incompatible with life.
Better than
Yes. Oh, power suit. Okay, so, by the way, I have not gotten this far into the game ever before. This is already new to me now. Well, that's a nice looking gun. Ranger Assault Rifle.
I need you in the garage. Walker, get your ass to the courtyard.
Well, he's definitely lost his armor.
On my way.
Tap triangle to quickly switch between recently used weapons or holds it to access the full loadout.
Walker,
Cool. Ah, not bad.
Sergeant Mom needs you at the courtyard. Get going.
Sergeant Mum. The wing stick is a versatile and deadly gadget that can be used in combination with your other weapons. Throw wing stick. Okay. That looks like it actually did very little, if anything. Which means I'm probably out of range. Whoa, okay. Okay. You were moving a bit fast. It's just seeing very Titanfall with that armor looks. It really does, yeah. No. No complaints. I mean, honestly, so far, with this game, no complaints in general. Use grenades to deal massive damage and even take out multiple hostiles that huddled together. Throw and cook. The fact that, you know, they've got no arms whatsoever.
Mom really tried to keep you out of that armor as long as she could. Wonder why.
Aw, getting jealous, Lily?
Damn right I am. I would have been the youngest ranger to ever get sworn in, if not for this bullshit nanotrite crap.
Aww. Step up. Crouch. Okay. Here comes the generic tutorial of controls. Hold L1 to focus and highlight enemies that objects attack them once. Using focus also attracts nearby Feltrite to me. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay. Oh, got a little combo meter in the bottom left as well. It's interesting looking at id games. Just look at your UI. It's pretty much the same as Doom 2016, just location changes, etc. Yeah, like it definitely seemed to be the kind of people who very happily go with, if it's not broken, don't fix it. But, you know, if it is broken, they do fix it. You know, very much like Doom 3. That was broken, so they fixed it into Doom 2016. Oh, he's an upgrade. He's got an arm. His head also still explodes. I saw a ladder back here. Oh. It's a hot pink ladder as well. Unlike Bethesda, who are like, break it, and DE, who are like, if it ain't broke, find a way to break it so we can fix it. Yeah, that's about right. It's like, I really don't like Bethesda as a developer, or well, to me, as a company, but as a game developer, they're quite awful in the games they release. But in games that they just publish and have very little to do with, aka this, and Doom, yeah, they're much... They're a lot less awful. I mean, they're still awful because, you know, it's Bethesda. I mean, some might want to talk, but now I'm in, headspace, so you don't know. There's no yikes or no, like, a name or street get yet, so... Yeah, it is... The only thing I will say about this is that it's very much... It's a good game, so... This is definitely something that I don't think is going to turn into a stream series. It's something that, you know, it's good to showcase. It will be good for people to see me play it, but... Overall... It doesn't seem like the sort of thing that I normally stream, because I normally stream things that can be made fun of or laughed at. And this just seems to be a fairly solid shooter. I mean, that might change. That might change. Kill enemies and sets them to charge overdrive, which increases the damage you deal. When fully charged, you can activate overdrive by pressing L1 and R1. While using overdrive, you also gain health. Cool.
This is amazing.
Okay, that was kind of cool. Oi! Stop your munching. Oi! Oh, melee strike, eh? Come on then. That seemed like a very gentle tap to actually just, you know, one-shot him. But okay. I mean, even if it's good, there could still be things to name, but like, so far there are no relatives of Cthulhu to name. We've only seen the love child of Iron Man and Red Skull, but like, yeah. And we've, you know, the enemies are, you know, just armless mostly. Armless amalgams of flesh and machine that are quite, you know, generic id Software enemies by the looks of things.
Fix that jam! Stat! I need trace! Get the wounded out of the hot zone!
Crowley.
Raining ammo!
Instead of Crowley.
You! Get me a sit rep on Ranger Jersey!
Dear old Aunt Prowley.
He's
Decorated
kind of
war
lost his
hero,
head.
Ranger and role model.
Silent Hill 2
Especially
rejects.
for Lily.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
took
that
me
makes
in when
sense.
my parents died.
Oh, now I really want to play
This
Silent
orphan
Hill.
wild card never asked for. Reporting for duty.
Come here! That's Jersey's armor.
Jersey. They killed him.
You're brave enough to put on his armor? You're brave enough to do his job.
I don't think it was bravery that led me to take the armor. Oh, that's a big un!
Never seen anything so big!
No, I don't think that's how it works. No.
He should be dead! General Cross?
Now that's a Brumac, yes. There was no need to do that. You'd already taken its head off.
First, Dennis, kill everything else.
General Cross, the evil leader of the evil authority. Our own boogeyman. Bedtime story for naughty kids like me.
Evil.
I don't know if
Evil.
Crowley's lost it or if it's really true. Do know this though. If it is, I'm not gonna stand for it.
I'm still guessing though.
Stand down. That's a direct order.
Watch out!
Hold it. Sir, you need some sleep. That'll help you move in composure. And your complexion, goodness me. Yeah, the bags under his eyes, they were something to behold. See, I love how, she's doing the running guns, she's awesome at it. And then there's me just, being held by this massive Brumac. Oh, she's going to use an AA gun at him. Well, she disarmed him. Quite literally disarmed him. And, of course, we're going to watch our mentor get killed. Or captured. Probably killed. General Cross is just a discount General Rome from Gears of War. Discount whatever that boss from Borderlands 2, Fight for Sanctuary. Oh, I cannot. Well, actually, no, I never played Fight for Sanctuary, so I don't know which one you mean.
But for you, I'll make an exception. For old times, Alwina.
Yeah, mentor figure gets killed, of course. Very much in the vein of Wolfenstein.
Your uselessness is what once spared my life.
Yeah, the new Wolfenstein, Wolfenstein 2. Similar thing happens. You see your mentor get killed, and then you get power armor. I mean, this time we got the power armor first. All the emotional attachment I had to her, not that woman. Exactly. Oh yeah, that's a slightly related rant. So, excuse me, Wolfenstein 2, the power armor in it, you've pretty much been seeing, it's bulletproof throughout the whole other games you've seen of it. And then you put it on, and suddenly you are wearing a suit made out of paper because you still die so fast in it.
New armor needed a jolt.
What was that nice grandma's name out of was again? Gladys. That was Gladys. It was
So, this
younger
is it
grumpy
then?
sister. Yes. Yes, it was a motor. It was Gladys.
Just over 20 survivors. We're still digging out the ruins.
I saw Crowley. Cross, he...
My emotional attachment. It hurts.
You killed
Oh
her.
wait, I didn't have one.
He killed my mother.
I don't know how. But we gotta stop them. And I'll personally wring the neck of that goddamn wrinkled bastard.
I don't know if you were paying attention, but he doesn't actually have a neck anymore. He's just a head
believe the
on a
stories.
machine. So wringing his neck probably
The
wouldn't do
authority
much.
returning.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
We did.
flaws.
And we gotta do something about it.
Do I sense a new ship here?
Mom knew what to do.
Yeah,
The Rangers knew.
Lillian Walker. I'm
They
getting
kept
that
the
feeling.
files, the logs. They kept them in the Presidio.
The Ranger CP? You nuts? Only Rangers can go in
I mean, to be
there.
fair,
Look
this
at
is
me, Lily.
a
only
post-apocalyptic
Ranger
world. Look how well conditioned and washed her hair is. Just hot wire General Cross. I'm sure you have invisibility at some point. Yeah, probably. I'm sure I'll get invisibility, teleport, all those kind of fun things.
You sure you're okay here?
Yeah, Walker. You go do the cool-ass Ranger shit while I try and figure out what to do here.
Will do.
Awesome. So yeah, the world is completely in my care. It's a line from Airplane. I just want to remember, we're all counting on you. Yeah, no pressure. Oh look, people. Make no mistake. The neckerchief on her. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing, the electric pink is definitely a running theme in this. The world is my oyster. My broken, battered, abomination-filled oyster. Yeah. Speaking of abominations. You. Sprint. We specifically designed this area to have absolutely no useful features or things to be missed. So here's where we teach you how to sprint. Oh, yep, more electric pink stuff.
Hope you got something for me in here, Prowley.
So far, I get ace romance out of their interactions. Like, if you lads a-hole get you, I'll kill you, kind of love. But not calling it love, but calling it something like, don't cause me trouble. Like, does that make sense? It makes perfect sense, yes.
And business.
Wallrat unit, Corporal Walker. I'm here to
Wait, how do you get the giant how that giant thing even sneak up on you? Wouldn't you have felt the tremors? Yeah, exactly, you really should have done. I mean, something that big, massive, and heavy, it should have, caused some sort of form of tremors. Some vibrations, you know. But yes, so it's the overly macho, affection thing.
It also means that you're the only living ranger, and that the authority is.
But also, it can be, kind of sweet in its own way.
All these years, I kept you away from.
I'm sure getting to you was like 2 steps for it, but those 2 steps are very loud steps. Oh yes, mate. He loud, he scary, he covers so much ground because he mate and big steppy.
Imagine spending hundreds of years in this thing. It was me.
Big steppy, yeah.
All the originals froze up like popsicles. And from here we emerged and kicked the authority's ass. Inside the Ark is an ID accession distributor, which is my greatest gift to you.
I wonder why they call it ID.
And gives you, well, superhuman powers. There's no other way to put it. Enter the Ark and activate it.
Now let's see what kind of surprise you got for me here, Ghost Prowley. She might be
Oh,
dead. She's
yes.
still calling the shots.
Max wing sticks and health accelerators. Go and see if coffee is ready. Be right back. Go for it, Tomoto. Coffee is definitely important. We're just going to, get superhuman powers. So, back in Rage 1, this is what you initially step out of. You were sort of placed into one of these things. Arcs are extremely valuable and can contain both arc weapons and nanotrite abilities. Search for arcs across the wasteland to become more powerful. Approach the arc, face the door, and use focus by holding L1 to open it up. I'm sure this won't go wrong. Nah, never will.
For security scanning.
Arc 401A.
Security scanning complete. Welcome to Arc 401A.
That didn't seem like a necessarily forced bit of text. No. And now I'm just doing my thing of like, oh look, there's more bits to explore around here. Yeah. More bits to explore, but it's just... So she's still watching me. One of those things, the painting, the eyes on the painting still follow you. Yeah, so Rage 1, you step out of one of these things. Like one of those cookie cutter speeches with slight things changed. Greetings all citizens. Yes. Stick hand into strange hole.
For the future.
I'm being propositioned by a button prompt.
Temperature inside Arc microclimate is 64
This is a
degrees
strange
Fahrenheit.
hole. Oh yeah. Well. Oh, I'm sorry, but
Please
that's...
remain positive at all times.
Oh my god, the AI gets better. So the stream title at the moment, until it gets an improvement, is I'm being propositioned by button prompts.
To pass the time, the Arc mainframe has a full library available for your reading pleasure.
There we go. I'm being propositioned by button prompts.
Here goes nothing.
No hesitation either, just right in there. Up to the elbow. I get coffee and this is what I return to. Yes, the button prompt said stick hand into strange hole.
Able to gain proficiency in the use of your Arc weapons and any ID accessions.
The music is
You have
even
successfully
vaguely
installed
do-mess.
ID accession dash. With the dash accession, you will
Stick
be
hands in
able
strange
to
holes.
evade
Sir, that's not how
incoming
fisting is meant to be
threats
done.
and become
No.
harder to hit.
Especially not right up to the elbow immediately. As a ranger, the nanotrites inside you give you special abilities. These nanotrite abilities are activated by using L1. Confirm. Tap L1 to dash in any chosen direction, with L to dodge incoming attacks and throw off your enemy's aim. Cool. Use dash 3 times.
Good. Again, please. And again. Good work. A
Okay, it's kinda cool.
will allow you to train in the use of your dash
Did she even lose you?
to
Nope,
evade
just
enemy
right
fire.
in there. Put one hand on a piece of piping to brace, and then right in. Use dash to avoid 3 incoming rockets. Cool. Yank.
Please repeat.
I think that worked. Yeet.
Once more.
She used icy hot. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh.
Good. You have successfully completed your dash accession training.
I see she learned her method from Doom Guy. Yeah. Although I've got a better vocabulary than Doom Guy. My speech isn't just. Wait, maybe she's Doom Guy's distant sister.
Really
See?
have to eat my arm?
Come back to the main hall. I have more information for you.
Feels weird. Taking instructions from my dead aunt.
Malcolm is the pain of icy hot. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had that on I've rubbed that on my shoulder impingement more than once, and I was like, this is really not helping, but at the same time it kind of helps. But at the same time, no, this is not helping.
ID accession. For you, there is more. There are many arcs still out there. Find them.
What is that? It's a pain relief gel that is both ice cold like menthol and like a heating gel at the same time. It's really weird, and it's also
There are other allies.
not good.
People you may have only heard about. Around the end of the Authority Wars, a few of us in the inner circle of the Resistance.
Yeah, Malachi's put it in much better words. It's a pain reliever. It cools the area, then fucking turns it to magma.
We knew
Yeah.
it wasn't likely that they just disappeared despite their losses. And furthermore, we knew that General Cross was in possession of technology that allowed him something akin to eternal life. Project Dagger was scrapped when Vineland.
So yes, definitely something you do not want to be using as lube.
But a pact of sorts remained between me and the other 3 original daggers.
I just want you to know I'm actually not paying much attention to this speech.
No nonsense.
I'm paying more attention to the chat.
Against the Authority. He understands the importance of technology and spycraft better than anyone. His skills will help keep you off the Authority's radar.
Find the bearded dude. Cool. Bearded dude is called Marshall. And he is 4,335 meters away. Oh.
Daughter of war hero Dan Hagar. She went from guerrilla
Dan Hagar! Oh! Oh, I remember Dan Hagar. He was from Rage 1.
will be indispensable.
Oh. Wasteland celebrity. You get to go back to Lusum!
And
Yes!
this is Dr. Anton Bossier, ex-Authority scientist turned resistance fighter. He's a genius when it comes to
Cool.
nanotrite technology.
It's set before Rage 1. No, it's set after.
Cornerstone of the Dagger project.
No kink shaming. If you want to have a fist up with your various officers with ICO lubrication, you go right ahead. I mean, yeah, that I definitely
You
won't.
want to know more down the road. Your Ranger Armor CPU has logs that will be able to answer many of your questions. Good luck out there, Ranger Walker.
Cool.
God damn it. So you thought you'd just dump all that on my
I mean,
shoulders?
me
and
neither,
waltz
but,
off
like,
into
yeah.
oblivion, huh, I'm probably. Well then, I guess it's all up to me now.
Return to Lily. I've got 3 objectives. Oh man, they're all very far away.
Lily, there are 3 people I need to find. John Marshall, Dr. Fossier, and Lusum Hagar. They're all part of a Project Dagger, designed to stop the Authority.
That's a pretty tall order.
Yeah, your mother is no nonsense.
Gosh, why does everything come back to my dark past?
Yeah,
Fair.
sorry, Lily.
Hello, Kelly. We are
Hey,
in
I'm ready
the
to
world
check
of
out
Rage
the
2,
wasteland.
which as far as I can tell is Earth in the distant future. It's kind of post-apocalyptic. It's kind of cool, and I have power armor already, and there are very heavy Doom vibes coming from this. I mean, it's made by the same people as Doom, but they've clearly taken you know, Doom 2016 was a massive hit, so why don't we build on Doom 2016 but not make it Doom?
You better keep that cack in check.
And they put a lot of electric pink into this as well.
So what you got?
Well, I've got lots of ideas for projects, and with your help, we can get them off
Projects.
the ground. They're gonna be
Told Callie about dressing who soul sister, right? Oh yes.
So,
I sent her the picture
let's
of
get you a ride.
her, because electric pink is fabulous. No, electric pink is what I colour things that I want to sell in Warframe. Welcome to the project screen. Here you'll be able to purchase projects using project points that you have earned. Projects give a large variety of benefits. At the moment you have only access to these basic projects. Let's head over there. Yeah, because I sent you the photo that Callie sent back of Dresden looking like he was about to murder someone. First project you can purchase unlocks the vehicles menu. It also rewards you with your very own combat vehicle, the Phoenix. Vehicles menu gives access to vehicle upgrades and allows you to call in a vehicle whenever you need one. Go ahead and purchase this now by selecting it and holding X. Fantastic, you have unlocked the vehicles menu. Yes, that was a real achievement. It can be accessed through the menu. Press the touchpad. To unlock more projects, gain project points by completing locations and activities in the wasteland. Gotcha. So what do I get next? I need 1 project point to unlock overdrive multiplier. Increase the cap for the overdrive multiplier to 10 to enable more overdrive and Feltrite cells to be generated from kills. Okay. And then they can grenade arc projecting. Display predicted arc. Okay, that's kind of cool. Overdrive magazine refill. Instantly refill the weapon magazine on overdrive activation. Also cool. Vehicle extensions. Store more than just arc vehicles in the vehicles menu. Cool. I mean, Rage was very vehicle oriented, so yeah, that's makes sense. Phoenix viewing garage. Not enough cash. Change skin. That's only got the one thing. Go.
The garage is online and the Phoenix is good to go. There are more projects here that would benefit the two of us. You need to beef yourself up, and I need to get Vineland into some semblance of order. If you're lucky, your 3 Dagger project contacts will offer you a similar deal.
I can't tell if I'm crazy or if my fish tastes like dish soap.
Thanks for the tip.
I wouldn't know. I don't eat fish, so I don't know if that's a thing or not. Or it could be the cutlery or cookware or even the plate that you're eating it from wasn't dried fully after it was washed last.
We need you.
Okay. Standard thing of you. Here, have vehicle, go travel. Free roam. Welcome to the wasteland. You can use the map menu to locate and track things you can do in the open world. As you explore, more things you can do will be added to the map. Tracking location on the map will track it with your GPS. The GPS shows you the fastest route there while driving. There are unlocked missions and arcs you can now track in the map menu. Awesome. But the one thing I can't tell is what's the justification for using progress points to unlock projects.
A fresh ranger. I'm Phoenix. I know I look good, but I drive better. Let's you and me go for a spin.
I like the AI already. Lily probably needs to wash her clothes. She looks like a whole city got besieged by a testicle controlling a robot suit. Funny that. Oh, would you look at that? The vehicle already controls a lot smoother than most vehicle-based games. Enjoy it myself, so also the other food would taste like dish soap too, so that's fair then. Okay, vines. Oh, right. Right, stick and zoom out. Whoa, that's quite a substantial open world. And, you know, I'm guessing just by the way that these games seem to go, that this little island down here, I'm guessing that's going to be the final area. And, you know, through getting through the storyline, it's like, ah, yes, we have now finally gotten the thing that makes you able to go to this island. Now go kill things. Oh, that's an arc. That's enemy difficulty as well, or it's the DLC area. That's also true. I don't even know if there is DLC. Although knowing id Software, if it is DLC, it will probably be free if they've had their say in it. Enemy difficulty 2, enemy difficulty 5, enemy difficulty 3. Great crack. Well, let's go for the arc thing. Can't go wrong. And even the trail thing is hot pink. And oh, that's nice. The navigation arrows. That's really nice. Why do you like this? It's not often that a game gets me to like the vehicle use in it, but this is already doing a very good job towards that. Oh, okay. Road chokers are trade coalition roadblocks that have been taken over. Clear the outpost and raise blockers. Cool. Yes, because hiding behind explosives is definitely a very good strategy. A lot of explosions going off. Moto doesn't like this particular shade of pink. Oh, jeez, he's got a lot of grenades. Feltrite cell crate. Okay, cool. So, yeah, here's the thing. It's a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Where the hell are the barbers doing this sort of thing? And how's... yeah, all the hair gel required to keep that going? Yeah. Oh yeah, I also completely forgot about my dodge ability. I was thinking to myself, okay, this is brilliant. They've given me the dodge slash dash ability. How long is it going to take me to forget to use it? Almost immediately, apparently. Generally like a softer, warmer shades of pink. The pink here uses 2 blue based on my liking. Don't blame you. I'm not a fan of the electric pink, but hey, it seems to be part of the aesthetic for the game. I mean, look, just there. Someone in the design stage thought, yes, let's make this all about the hot pink. Ah! I'm sorry, I was just shooting armour off of them as I was killing them. Okay, that's a really nice little attention to detail. Oh, I pressed the button to close it. Turn valve. Okay, so I can now get through it.
Locking days are over.
Why is their armor so Louis Vuitton? I don't know. Apparently, style wasn't thing that died in the post-apocalypse. See, in my world, real hot pink is more red based. It's patterned. Yeah, it's patterned. I don't know. These raiders have got some real good designers on their side. I've earned a project point. You can use these to purchase projects, which will benefit you in all aspects of the game. Go to the menu and select the projects tab to see what's available.
All clear.
Yeah, the Coalition's gonna love that.
Okay, projects. Upgrades unavailable. Okay. Well, let's just have the overdrive multiplier. Oh, I've got more. You know what? I'm just going to get all of these upgrades apart from the vehicle one. Because, oh, I got $100 for clearing this. Yay. Excuse me. Oh, you survived. You didn't survive, you just didn't drive off because your AI pathing bugged. Yeah. Let's see how the fall damage works. Oh! Either there's no fall damage, or that was not sufficient height to take damage from. Either way, I'm happy with it. High velocity Gatling rounds. Charged electrical component. Okay. I'm sensing crafting. Oh, so what should I fangirl about? Cotton and Prince or Sun Children? Cotton and Prince meeting the Sun Children. Open storage container. That's a lot of money. Oh, there's another one of those somewhere around here as well. Well, let's try and find it. Annihilator. I'm sorry, what?
Walker, I know it's a big old wasteland out there, but you haven't forgotten about John Marshall, right?
Well, no. I'm still exploring the first building. Cut me some slack. Ah, there's the other storage container now. How do I get it? Oh, I'll just jump over here. Location completed. Nice. But in different scenarios. And Sun Children can't exist in a setting that has Los Ashley, so... Hey, crossover fiction. I'm not good with deciding in things like this.
Systems activating.
I really do like the AI in this vehicle. There's a balloon. MBTV balloons. Let's go see what these things actually are. Oh, just thinking about it. Mutant Bash TV. Ah. Cool. Could I? It's a bit away out of my way to actually go about this. I mean, if it brings me to being directly under it, then I will. Ah, there we go. I was wondering. Trader roaming. Found roaming the roads on the wasteland. The road trader offers a large variety of goods you can buy from. You can also sell your junk to them for profit. Honk your horn to get them to pull over and open shop. It's an ice cream truck. Loquacious wanderer. He's even got a bowler hat.
Trader and traveler,
Ah.
merchant of fine merchandise. Pray tell, who may you be?
I may be Walker. Are we really speaking like this?
Well, of course. That's
Wow.
how we show our caliber. And that is why you want to trade with only me. My wares are quite superb.
Let me then scrutinize your vendables?
Oh, with pleasure.
Scrutinize your vendables.
I know
Oh my god. Oh. I don't want to be scrutinizing anyone's vendables, thank you very much. Ah, that's junk. Cool. See, to be honest, you can kind of see something like, remember the last drawing made of the Sun Children where Val's holding baby Lizzie, right? Picture Lizzie holding Cotton like that, and Cotton is just a floof with eyes, ears and paws, while Val's wrestling Prince. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. And why does that sound like something a customer would say to a prostitute? Yes. I was thinking exactly that. You know, along with stick fist in strange hole. Okay, you don't have anything I can really afford right now. But cool, glad to know that you exist. I'm back in my Phoenix. Oh, that's a bunch of enemies. Where did the third one run off to? I distinctly saw 3 of them, and I've gunned down 2 of them. Whoa, okay. Well, yeah, that was an effective shot. Pickup lines will always work. Hey, big boy, are you a gamer? Because I've got a strange hole for you. It's dangerous to go alone. Take me. I can hear him now. He's taunting me. Oh, there he is. You know, he's taunting me, and yet he ran away over here. And continues to keep running away. Do you have anything on you? No. Nothing whatsoever. Handily, it keeps a little compass marker for where my Phoenix is. I like. Ah, so I am going this way anyway. Explosive noises?
My armor's lighting up, reacting to some signal close by. It's Arc-Tech, right?
Yep, it's designed to pick these old signals up. It could be an old Arc. If it's untampered with, it might still have weapons and gear inside. You should really check it out.
What would you say to a female gamer though? Hey, can I stick my gloved hand in your strange hole or what? I put on my power glove, you want to have some fun? Okay, so overdrive mode gave my bullets extremely heavy weight, which made them into arcing attacks. Fair enough. Smelly soap new car. Ow. Probably should have been paying attention to that grenade indicator. Oh, come on. I think he meant to try and throw that grenade at me, and instead it fell at his own feet. Still, I saved him from his own stupidity by killing him before it went off. Hostiles pacified. Ooh. Felt right. There's 6 chests here? Okay. Hey, graffiti that made it back from Rage 1. Why am I getting so much feltrite? A lot of blue crystals. Yeah, something says to me that feltrite becomes an upgrade material. Or it's used to do something rather than just heal me. Oh, arc chest. Also, this is actually what a nanotrite booster. Used to upgrade your nanotrite abilities. Visit the nanotrite's menu. Purchase upgrades, nanotrite boosters, and feltrite. Ah, Heisenberg up in here. Haha. Yeah, Breaking Bad. Arc chests always contain valuable loot used to upgrade your nanotrite abilities, weapons, and yourself. Seek out more arc chests for more upgrade items. Upgrades for nanotrite abilities and weapons can be done in the menu. Cool. So let's have a look at nanotrites. Yes, go away. I didn't want to actually look at the intel thing. Oh, and now the game is having a very heavy think about whether it wants to open up the inventory for me. There we go. Went past. Okay, so shatter. Lunge towards targets and unleash a strong kinetic shatter that sends enemies flying and breaks armor. Okay, that looks fun. Grav jump to give you an extra burst of lift while in the air. Cool. Double jump. Defibrillator. Save yourself from death by discharging electrical shocks to the heart. Automatically activates while dying. Oh, I remember that ability. Raise an energy barrier that blocks bullets and explosions. Nice. A brief sprint boost is used for both offensive and defense. While sprinting, press L3 again to activate. Cool. Vortex. Deploy a singularity that pulls in nearby enemies. Step into the vortex to launch yourself into the air. Ah! Constitution. Automatic cellular regeneration that partially heals injuries and protects from damage. It regenerates health when picking up Feltrite. Right, so it gives me bullet protection. And I don't have enough Feltrite to increase it. So yeah, so Feltrite looks like picking it up heals you, but it also adds to a combined total for upgrade stuff. Focus. Effective range increases. Shows better at drawing animals. I draw cotton and prints if I could. I want to draw a comparison between cotton dry and cotton wet, where it shows that he's 90% fur. I mean, you could probably also do that in their anthropomorphic forms. Just, you know, normally looks like cotton's got a nice short and fairly cropped and sensible hairstyle, but cotton wet, suddenly there's all this hair that's come from elsewhere. Health regenerating. Slam. A slam that generates a powerful kinetic shockwave. Damage and range increases with height. Hold L1 and press X to activate. That's kind of fun. And dash. I actually can't do any of... I can't upgrade anything because I don't have anywhere near enough Feltrite. But I've got the nanotrites. Well, let's continue. Investigate the Ark then.
Scanning complete. Welcome to Ark 416A.
I mean, anthropomorphic wet cotton would look like a pink samurai Sadako. Oh, not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, here we go. Oh, now it's Inject. The girl from The Ring. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that was her name. I mean, yeah, you know, anthropomorphic wet cotton, just, you know, with white hair. Oh! Shatter!
Shatter. The Shatter accession is a forward lunge that unleashes a powerful kinetic force capable of stripping armor and displacing enemies and objects.
By displacing enemies and objects, it's the Yeet ability. Use Shatter to lunge forward and these niche powerful. Keep in mind, this nanotrite ability requires a cooldown period. Okay. Use Shatter to limit the targets. That was not a lunge forward.
Again.
Ah!
Good. Use Shatter to strip the target's armor.
What target? Right, you. Streamlane, learning how to yeet. Yeah, that works better than I'm being propositioned by button prompts.
You have successfully completed your Shatter accession training.
There we are, learning how to yeet. Tutorial, Shatter. Cool.
Hey, that Ark was brimming with some amazing gear.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty jealous right now, so keep a lid on it, will ya?
Ha ha ha! Aw, Lily. Abilities and weapons found in Arcs can be upgraded to upgrade abilities. Yep. And try boosters and weapon core mods. You can use upgrades in the menu. Cool, knew it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, the shatter cooldown is very, very much longer than the tutorial made it seem. Shattered her armor so badly she was left in a skin piece from the waist up. Overdrive available. Right side headshot the last one of them. Okay, you push them and they explode. Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite a fan of Shatter as well. Oh, there's still another one, I can hear him. Although he's taunting me while simultaneously hiding in cover. Well, that looks very uncomfortable. But you can't break a wooden box. Yeah, I know, right? All this power in the world, and breaking wooden crates is beyond me. Yoga gone wrong. You get back here and fight. Come out and fight. Advanced Kama Sutra. Try to sell crates. Well, that works. Oh, oh, he's close enough now. Oh, and he has a friend. Oh, that's nice and gruesome. That's what happens when you attempt Kama Sutra without a partner. Yeah. And just randomly explode a tree with my bullets. That sounds like the music from Pandemic. It does. Like the music in this has gone from between sound like it's from Pandemic to sound like it's from Doom itself. So I'm not sure if Mick Gordon's had some hand in writing the music for this one or not. I mean, if he has, awesome. If not, well, still a very good job, whoever's done it. This does definitely have a feel of like how when they made Unreal, and then they used the Unreal Engine for other things. This feels like what happens when they made Doom 2016 and then used that engine to do different things. Like, this is already feeling a lot smoother and a lot better and more polished than the first Rage. I mean, okay. Well, that's a good way to keep a very nice monitor on things. Still 2 more storage containers around here. Somewhere. You think with having that hot pink lid they'd be a lot more visible. Apparently not. Try to draw, paper doesn't cooperate, neither does the pencil. You really need to threaten the paper with me coming over and introducing it to how I tear paper. Well, this seems all kinds of extreme. It's even got a mannequin. Is that mannequin strapped to it? Roller. Yes, it is. Oh, I'm sorry. I just leave an explosion behind me when I use the weapon on this. Oh, no. No, it's a rocket launcher. It is an actual, honest-to-God rocket launcher. I think. I don't know, but I think somehow I wasn't killing myself or my vehicle while doing that. Russia meme intensifiers. That's exactly what I was thinking whilst looking at that. Oh, we've still got a couple of containers to find in this area. Okay, nice ability to mantle. Well, there's the cellar. That's a nice settlement-looking area, but that is probably not a settlement. That's probably chock full of enemies. And oh look, more hot pink things over there in the distance. Suspicious glares in Russian. Malachi is talking about the Russia meme where the example of different military forces and terms of overpower, and Russia is just a vehicle-mounted multi-barreled rocket launcher. Like there's no overkill quite like Russian overkill. Ah, that's the location done. I was trying to find it all in all those hidden spaces. It was just hidden behind the arc. Okay. 3 missile battery trucks just launching rockets. Yeah. I don't think they're even doing any purpose other than look what we can do. Rockets. I think I saw that one, but I saw various versions. Yeah, it's one of those ones where there's a lot of different versions about it. Oh, undiscovered locations. Oh, this is really fitting the explorer bug in me. Now I've got things I can do and looking for. Let's get back in my Phoenix. I think one had like normal military for other countries, then Putin on a bear in Russia. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Patrick Walker.
Oh, I like. It's not often at all that you will ever hear me say this, but I like the vehicle control in this. I really do.
So, there's a big tower just standing here. It's got authority written all over it.
Sounds like a sentry tower. Leftovers from the war. Usually they will fire at anything that comes too close, so be careful if you're gonna go for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a big one. Yep, nope. Okay, so it's got a health bar. It's got a pretty substantial health bar. It does, however, seem to be content to just fire every now and again at me. Oh! Threat eliminated. No. Oh! Oh, jeez! I thought that laser was the attack. I didn't think it was going to absolutely annihilate the enemy. The area. Oh. For everyone's information, I'm not Russian. I'm half Uzbek, and due to history, my family speaks more Russian than Uzbek, which is why I learned Russian. I guess when it comes to literary matters, you could say that you're always Russian to be of assistance. And yes, Guardians of Breath of the Wild. Although, I've never actually played Breath of the Wild. Right, he's going away. Oh no, now he's going away. He was just slightly... Ow. Nope. Okay. No, 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 no. Not letting that hit me again. And it's down.
The sensor tower is out of commission.
Great. They got some precious old world tech in them usually. Salvage what you can.
Ooh, salvage. That's a lot of money. Arctech core. Sure. Whatever one of those is. Oh, somebody tried to punish you with silence. Did it work? I mean, kind of, yes. Because when people don't react to my puns, that's I actually go, oh, okay, I will keep quiet at this point then. The silent treatment works a lot better in person because, you know, then at least I get the glare as well, which is, you know, still a victory for me. Okay, so why does it let me be up here? Unless I can... No! Although, this does look like I can... Well, it's one of those things, like, if I can't jump on a container on its own, why is a stacked container going to be any different? Well, I can't see any inherent things, although... Also, this is also screaming to me like, this is a Fallout alternative. I saw a similar, this is what Fallout could have been if it wasn't done by, you know, Bethesda's actually development studio. Ah, or felt right. Just be sure. Yeah, that was all of it. Oh, hi. Were you on your own, or were you taking up the rear? You were on your own, and now you're not got... Mutant Spore! Oh, that was a mutant! Cool! Also gross. No, I can't jump up that high. That's a pity. I want to get on top of that. I have a feeling that there is something up there that I want. Ah! I mean, the glare is definitely part of the point there. I've been known to freak out people maintaining eye contact, and I'll picture that with an actual glare. Yeah, I can imagine that. It's kind of cool. I don't want to know how they make spores. No, nor do I. Nor do I, but, you know that you're still going to be asking it. You're asking that question to yourself now. And it's just always there, and it's constant. See, the only thing that I've got to raise as a slight complaint against this so far is that I really wish they had said outright that Feltrite is also a crafting resource, rather than waiting for me to get an upgrade before it says, oh yes, by the way, this gets upgraded with Feltrite. It's like, up until that point it could have been, well, I've not really been caring about collecting Feltrite if my health isn't, you know, in severe need of it. But, you know, it introduces it soon enough that it's not been a massive issue. I mean, what I'm saying, it's not really been an issue anyway, I'm just having something to gripe about. Because, you know, criticism helps the game. No game can be perfect, despite what Bethesda wanted to tell you. You know, Fallout 76 is a perfect game. It just works. Oh, I can get over to that one. Oh, let's see. I'm very certain there doesn't seem to be fall damage in this, which I really like. Or at least the fall damage is so negligible that most of the time in generic exploration you're not going to trigger it. Which I'm definitely approving of. Ah, there's the last container. Location completed. Fallout 76, it functions. Yeah. The closest to a perfect game, you know, is Cards Against Humanity with filthy people. Yeah, that's definitely right up there. And you know, said people who will also in the talk that's going on with Cards Against Humanity will say, "I'm so sorry for this," when no one's sorry. No one is truly sorry when they're playing Cards Against Humanity. If they were, they wouldn't be playing it. Always reminds me of a organisation I used to be in, a roleplay organisation, and a group of after one of the games, unexploded grenades and inky powder. Ha! A group of them have been playing Cards Against Humanity after a game, involving probably who was known as the quietest person in the entire organisation. I mean, this person was pretty much your generic, unassuming, quiet as a mouse type. Then they played Cards Against Humanity with her, and it's like she was scarily evil, twisted, and just all around, you know, levels of inappropriate, which, you know, gave her immense joy in people finding out. Moto, you were only sorry when you played the incest card while I was Tsar. I still laughed. Because, you know, in the terms of Cards Against Humanity at least, and in Game of Thrones, incest is wincest. Mario Party's a perfect game, perfect for losing friends. Yeah, it's effectively digitised Monopoly. You know, I say this as someone who used to play Monopoly quite a fair bit. Although, you know, Monopoly was always played with me and my parents and maybe once with some friends. Didn't go over too well, as you can probably imagine. Okay, so we just got roving bands of biker marauders. I think that was an airship up ahead. Mario Kart is also a very good game for losing friends. Amoto used to be good at Monopoly during free time at school with a few other classmates who didn't hate or bully me. I don't know what that was like. I was hated and bullied by pretty much the entire school, but hey, less of the childhood trauma for me. I'm kidding, I don't really care. Risk, never play Risk with Jeff. Callie, I would not play Risk with you. I've seen you play Civilization. I've seen how ruthless you are with that. Get you and Jeff playing Risk? No, no. I would just say, I forfeit. I concede. Right here. I can hear gunfire, but it's not seeming to be directed at me, so I'm not too worried. I mean, the last game I played of Risk, to give you an idea of how long it's been since I played Risk, was when Star Wars Risk was a thing, and this was for the prequel trilogy that it was set, whereby you played as either the Separatists or the Rebellion, I think. Oh no, you were either the Trade Federation or the Separatists. And I played as the Trade Federation. And the Trade Federation had this mechanic where you choose a territory, and that's where Palpatine is. If the enemy wins that territory, and the territory location is kept completely secret to everyone apart from you, if the enemy invades that territory, and wins, then you lose. You lose the game, but you get bonus defense dice if someone invades the Palpatine area. Oh, it's still got that as... Okay. Oh no, it's just marked as a location. Oh, let's go and explore here, as I continue explaining. But yeah, they also had this mechanic of the more turns you went through playing the game, you would advance the Palpatine model over the Order 66 track. The Order 66 track, the more turns you went without using it, the easier it was to activate. And it's basically, the mechanic behind it was you roll a dice, and if it is the number on the Order 66 track or above, you the territory controlled by the Rebellion or the Separatists became yours immediately. I was playing with my parents at the time, and I was losing. I had like 6 territories left. I activated Order 66, and it was on a 3 or more, and I went from only having 4 or 5 territories left to having conquered everything but 2 territories, just on the back of good dice rolls, which annoyed my parents to the point where they never played it with me again. I was like, don't blame me, this is a game mechanic.
Destination reached.
Right, let's just catch up here. In Moto, I was bullied through most of my school time, beaten during elementary school, generally bullied in middle school, and kind of weirded out in high school, so, yeah. And Malachi kind of got used to the bullying in high school. I was bullied routinely since I had started school, and it never let up. I think it let up slightly when I snapped. Like, I'd always just taken it on the chin and just, not reacted to it. One day I snapped and grabbed the bully in question by his collar and lifted him up and pinned him against the wall and told him to never come near me ever again. It eased after that, but I was 15 or 16 at the time, so I only had like less than a year or so of school left, so too little too late, and I honestly think it probably wouldn't have done much if I'd been in school for longer after that. So yeah, apparently today we're all learning more about each other. Oh, it's a nice little mechanic. Felt right embedded in areas.
Coming up on a hostile outpost here.
I'm
Oh,
telling you, the Trade Coalition would love to have that outpost back in rotation. You'd gain some goodwill by murdering those goons.
I'm sure I would. What's the difficulty level of it? Doomsayer Peak. Oh, that's an L away from being the Doomslayer. Ah. Enemy difficulty 3. I mean, the Sentry Outpost was a 3 as well. Any hangout for gang raiders is known as a bandit den. Usually nothing more than a few shacks taken by force, they offer minimal shelter and protection, but can serve as a staging ground for further attacks. Eliminate all goons. 2 marked chests, 8 storage containers. Yeah, I think I'll go for that next then. Quick bit of hydration. Finishing off a bottle of Pepsi Max. In doing so. And it pops because it's empty. Ah, location completed. Oh, I could zipline just directly to them. Or I could try and use my vehicle to jump over. I honestly think using the zipline would be better, but what do I do afterwards? Can I fast travel? That's a good point. Can I fast travel? It does not appear that I can fast travel. So if I do this, I'm going to be running back to where my Phoenix is. Although, actually, it did say that I can summon it from pretty much anywhere, I guess. Focus. Oh, no, wrong button, wrong button, wrong button. Oh, whoops. Ah, there we are, on the right side there. Phoenix can't call in here. Awesome. So I can just call it to me. No worries. Right, let's see. For the most part, I was mostly ignored because I was small and quiet, but I made the mistake of being friends with the boys, so of course everyone made fun of me for that, and like, I never fought back, like, ever, and so I was an easy target too, and just, yeah. Only someone knows what kind of person I am, so you can imagine how I handle that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that. And it sucks. Like, my school years were one of the worst times for me. Well, I say that, but I went from school into my into working / being in consistent relationships, which almost none of which were good for me. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what my worst years were, apart from everything leading up to now. Because times are good now, despite all the bad stuff that's going around. In general, my life has been really good. It's just, you know, the pandemic and the riots over in America and the protests. It's creating a bit of a bad state, but at the same time, it's still some of the better times of my life. Malachi knows that feeling. Most of my friends are female, because I'm more comfortable around females, and they're sort of rubbish and dealing with teenage testosterone-filled boys. Same. Once I got into the into my relative safety net of online friendships, I found that I made friendships much more easily with women than I did with boys. Bye bye. Yeeted him off a cliff. Oh, okay. Oh. It allowed me to actually get those. Oh, right, there's more over there. Cool. The whole thing of holding down L1 and then, you know, using a button combination to activate abilities makes me think of Warframe. For Emoto, it got like better until it got infinitely worse when I was severely depressed and bordering on suicidal, got diagnosed, got meds, then, well, the dark past happened, trauma, uni, burnout, insomnia, and here we are, basically. Yeah, I mean, me getting a diagnosis for what is actually wrong with me really helped. Like, at first it was like, oh, well, so this is permanent, there's no actually curing this. Well, that's dark. And then afterwards I realised that, you know, there might not be, but at least I know what's wrong, so it's easier to manage. And for the first time in my life, I'm actually on meds that help. Rather than, you know, what they thought would help. So, you know, some progress was gained there, and overall, I'm just in a better place. Knowing it's half the battle, yes. I mean, in that case, yes, it really is. Wait, I'm sorry. Oh. Willet's Classic Stroganoff. No, Microgranoff. Wow. I mean, you know, whenever I try and make a new account for anything online, I always type in mushroom stew as my first password suggestion, but it always says I can't use that because it's not stroganoff. Oh look. Oh look, I can see you two. Callie wants me to get out after that. Emoto, for me, it was a great relief to know what the fuck's wrong. It was the reason why I still try to figure out where my hang-ups come from, so I can better handle triggers and regulate my mood. Because meds aren't the right choice for me, so yeah. I'm fairly certain that when I actually finally get therapy, that will help me significantly as well. It's just waiting till I can actually get therapy. What on earth does this do? I'm guessing lift? Yep, lift. Hi! Need to learn to identify the triggers for things for the job I want. It's definitely a skill. I can identify some of my own triggers, but the problem is with me is that my triggers for things change on both good and bad side. Like, what will trigger me into a spiral of depression one day will probably just make me laugh another day. Consequently, what will bring me out of a depression loop one day will have no effect whatsoever another day. So it's really a massive guessing game with me. And Emoto has lost faith in therapy for various reasons. I understand that wholly. But at the same time, for BPD, it's been proven that almost all kinds of therapy, apart from the specific one which is called DBT, is actually proven useless for treating borderline personality disorder, and it actually just tends to make it worse. So when they put me onto CBT for cognitive behavioural therapy to try and try and assess whether I'm a good fit for therapy, they were surprised when I ended up dropping out because it was making me worse. Because, you know, they wouldn't let me have DBT despite that being what I needed. That's just going to be my response now to anything with a shield. Also, Gary, that's what I'm going to learn at rehab. It's called rehab in German, but it's like a special thing that doesn't have an equivalent outside of Germany. I mean, to be fair, in a way, it is rehab. You are being rehabilitated. See, when they put me in DBT for 6 months, it didn't do shit. Really? That's fair then. If it hasn't done anything for you, then yeah, that's completely fair. I mean, yeah, therapy is not a cure-all, just as meds aren't a cure-all either. So that didn't kill him. Bullets did. And here I have experts that specialise in it here for like a good half dozen. Yeah. But luckily the triggers I had to identify are less depression related. It mostly depends on the child. Yeah. Oh. There we go. Haha! Made him drop his grenade. Yeah, the fact that Callie, you know that the experts there is going to be massively helpful, because going through that, I'm not going to be denied treatment for reasons that are more linked towards cost-saving measures that are more prevalent over here because NHS funding. Ha! Whoa. They are really throwing these things at me. Okay, overdrive time. Pretty sure I was just making him float. Ah, I did not have my... There you go. Shut him. And from talking to the psychologists that do it, sometimes it does get worse before it gets better. It's hard work. Yeah. Therapy does have a tendency to make you worse before you get better, because you have all of your own personal defenses around yourself that you've learned, and therapy is very much unlearning a lot of those so that you can learn actual proper coping mechanisms. The ones that actually do help, rather than the ways that your brain just tries to enclose itself. Like in a way, many therapy approaches are like kind of ways to trick your own mind into taking the not negative route when faced with difficulties. For whatever reason, I see through those tricks, and thus my mind actually refuses doing that. My mind tends to as well, but we'll see how therapy works for me. If it works, then awesome, it works. If it doesn't work, then, well, the meds I have help enough. They keep me from going into a dangerous place, so if therapy doesn't work, at least I've got something to stop me from going from overboard, basically. That's how I'm going to choose to see it. As I frequently explain to people, if you treated mood as being a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being, you know, absolutely, you know, over the moon positivity, pretty much almost hyperactive and maybe even manic, and 1 being state of depression where you are pretty much, it's not even contemplating suicide anymore, it's actually actively going to try. Most of the time on my meds, I fluctuate between a 4 and a 7, and you know that's not even due to any certain thing. It's just I tend to wake up and my body decides, okay, we're on this mood for today. The times when I've been off my meds and you know it's had an actual chance to get into my system that I'm no longer on my meds, I have not gotten above a 3 in my mood, and I usually spend my time at a 2 of 10, and I have gotten briefly into a 1 out of 10 on the mood scale. Hence why I've, you know, been taken to hospital twice in my life. But yeah, being taken to hospital also kind of at the time ruined things for me, because being taken to hospital caused my partner at the time to break up with me, and you know, because apparently I was faking it, because you know she was awful in pretty much every single sense of the word. Okay, see, there's already a reason why I shouldn't be streaming this game more than for today, because apparently when a game isn't full of things that I can make fun of all the time, or be scared by, or just, you know, react to in general, traumatic stuff starts getting talked about. Oh, this is really going to make for a interestingly low amount of stream views, I'm guessing. Because I can't really imagine people are going to want to stick around as a casual viewer when the streamer is talking about, you know, trauma and bad stuff that's happening. I mean, to be fair, you know, it can probably sometimes be a bit cathartic and helpful to realise, you know, maybe, you know, evidence that you're not on your own. Other people do feel that way. Ow! Man, these guys are really grenade happy. Catholic fusion. Oh, you're a big one. You barely flinched at that. There we go.
Outpost is cleared out. All the creeps are done crawling.
That right there is solid ranger work.
I mean, that should be a feature of the stream. You should put something like story time, only about my traumatic past, in the title. It wouldn't even be clickbait. This is true. Yeah, I think I'll put that at least in the stream description. You know, in this episode is opening up about my traumatic past. Yay! Prepared for depression discussions. The thing is, whenever I talk about my my condition and my issues in styles such as this, it's mostly depression that gets the attention, which featuring Emoto's traumatic past as well. Yes, come for all the different sorts of trauma.
Space rock in the sky.
Space rock.
Meteor, dummy.
Space.
Could be Feltrite again. Check it out.
Cool. Oh, ew. There's a lot of rainwater up here. But yeah, even though I always very typically touch on my depression whenever I talk about my condition, whenever someone asks me to explain, you know, what exactly my condition is and what it's like, my go-to description is: imagine having depression and anxiety and paranoia and mood swings and manic depression all at once, and then imagine that the toggle between these is an invisible switch that will switch at any time for any reason, and that was a bit over dramatic screaming. I mean, I took damage, but over dramatic screaming was over dramatic. Yeah, so I will exhibit traits of any and all of those conditions at any given time. And honestly, it sucks. It massively, massively sucks. 10 out of 10 would not recommend having BPD. Also, the side effects about all that talking is my throat is now really, really dry. I'm going to need to have some more water. I mean, I say more water as if what I drank before was water. It wasn't water, it was Pepsi, as I said. It's water based, sort of. But I'm sure it still doesn't actually count as water. Ooh. Room with very little contents in it. Rain has arrived. Nice! I'm happy for rain to have arrived for you. We had it for the past couple of days, and now it's just now just generally quite cold here, which I also like. Emoso, I usually describe it like, imagine taking a picture with normal contrast, colours, and saturation. That's what normal people like. Now for me, that's contrast, colours and saturation turned up to 100% or 0% at the slightest trigger, or even at random times. That's me. Yeah, that's also another very good reason of describing BPD, and probably actually better than my my own explanation of it. Because yeah, my explanation of BPD was very sorely lacking, and yeah, And I got the feeling that maybe there's something over there that's like I need to find, because I've still got one more storage container to find in this area. And also, I'm definitely of the mind that this game is not going to make it as a stream series. I'm enjoying it. I am massively enjoying this game. But it seems to be lacking a certain something for me in terms of actually streaming it. There's not as much in it to do as I would like from a stream title. Like, it lacks the raw, high adrenaline pumping action that Doom had. It lacks the tenseness and challenge that Dark Souls 3 has. It lacks the wholesomeness and depth that the Outer Worlds has. So yeah, I'm not sure that this is going to be a actual stream series. I'm probably going to play the hell out of this on my own time. This is probably going to be what I'm going to mainline when I'm not streaming, just as I did with after doing the Freedom Friday thing where I showcased Assassin's Creed 3. I mainlined that, finished it, and then finished Assassin's Creed Liberation as well, and I've now started Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So, you know, having something to mainline off stream is a good thing for me. Let's see, Emotus says, your description makes a lot of sense if you know what those specific things are like, so you can imagine what it's like. But if you don't know what those issues are like, I think your description is more relatable, I guess. Yeah, your description is a lot more relatable to people who have very limited knowledge of mental health in general. Mine makes more sense if you have some existing knowledge of mental health. Malachi, there's a lot of empty space in the game with the wandering around and driving around, whilst games like Mutant Year Zero, the empty space is made up for by the fact that there's a lot to poke fun at to talk about. Yes, that is very true. Like, here I am exploring this area, and I am, you know, the conversation has well, I'm not going to say descended. The conversation has completely delved into mental health issues because all I'm doing is going around and looking for collectibles. And even during the action I was doing so, because the action is just, it's quite your typical first-person shooter, semi-mindless action. I mean, in terms of streamable content quality with regards to the action that's going on here. Oh, there's the last storage crate. Location completed. Cool. I might as well be playing a Call of Duty game, basically, with, if you're going to compare this to anything else in terms of how it feels to stream. I mean, you know, there is nothing wrong with the first-person shooter elements of this, just like there's nothing really wrong with the first-person shooter elements of Call of Duty. I mean, for example, the most recent free release on PlayStation Plus, Call of Duty World War II, a very solid shooter. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it whatsoever. But it's not something I can stream because, you know, I just couldn't. There's very little to go on beyond it's just a solid shooter. Now, some people might be able to, you know, make a lot of content out of that and all that, but I don't have enough of a presence, I think, to just be able to make every single game interesting in that. Like, for example, this, like, it's a good game. I'm not going to say this is not a bad game, but yeah, I'm struggling for how to make it more interesting. Because at the end of the day, it's a shooter. And shooters, if they are going to be interesting in any way, they are going to have some form of inherent quality or uniqueness. And this has the uniqueness. It does have the fun aspect to it, but at the same time it feels like it's not quite enough. And I'm also actually completely lost as to how to get out of this place. Oh wait, no, I'm not. It's over here towards where the quite obvious main entrance is. Emoto, let's say I won't complain if you switch to something else instead of this. I mean, I might do at this rate. Yeah, I've been streaming for an hour and 50 minutes nearly. I have no real time constraint for streaming today, so I might make it to the outpost. In fact, actually, if I ignore the arc, if I get us to Gun Barrel, that should hopefully take us to around about the 2-hour mark, and then I think I might call this part of the stream there, and after that I will switch to something else, which I will hold a vote for, because I have several games that I could be playing that are installed and ready on my PS4, but you know, I'm not really going to stream something that people aren't going to want. And also, apart from the driving stealth parts of World War II, the game is solid. Yes, true. Integrity. I mean, to be fair, there are parts of the stealth thing in World War II which are good. It's just, you know, there's too much stealth in it. And the vehicles, yes. The tank level in Call of Duty World War II infuriated me, and it shouldn't do. Tank levels in Call of Duty games should be fun. They should be fun, you are blowing everything up. But the fact that fighting other tanks was basically, you have to keep circling around until you can shoot them in the back or the side, that was just really infuriating. Just glad I got the side nose achievements first time. Same. Yeah, that was a huge relief for me as well. And Malachi wants Spooky Sunday. Unfortunately, I can't offer Spooky Sunday. because, you know, it requires the game to be installed, and I don't have enough space on my hard drive to install it. My plan was to stream this, then delete it from my hard drive, and then install The Last of Us in preparation for next week's Spooky Sunday. But if I was going to actually install the game, I might as well not. Oops. Well, let's get out and fight and do this fight then. But yeah, if I was actually going to, you know, go and install The Last of Us, I might as well, you know, just stop streaming completely today because it won't be ready anyway anytime soon. Last of Us is the one with popcorn face enemies. Yes, yes it is. Those ones are actually called, those enemies themselves are actually called tickers. When I played it initially, I got to just after the first encounter with tickers, and then I stopped around about there. Tickers, you mean clickers? Yes, clickers, that's it. I don't know why I call them tickers. I really don't know. What on earth was that? I don't know. Let's continue on our way to this this point. Dreading the weaponless stealth mission. Oh yeah, the one I told you about. It's not a stealth mission, it's a stealth section, thankfully. It's only a few minutes long, but it is annoying. Because as soon as you get spotted, that's it, mission over. You have to start the stealth part right from the very beginning again. Splat. Mutant spores, yummy. Yeah. I mean, you know, The Last of Us also comes bundled with, yes, it's a spooky, scary game, but it's also one huge feels trip at the same time. Yay! Well, we're in Gun Barrel. Well, we're now in Gun Barrel. Cool.
Hey, you look tough enough. You interested
Sydney
in some wet
Quickdraw.
work? You know, knock some heads, shoot some 200 beauties in the paste.
Not looking for a job. I'm here to see John Marshall.
Malachi, like The Last of Us, because it's scientifically possible. Yeah, it is. As is the Division 2, scale enough, and the Division by that
We'll see about that.
by that extension.
Where do I find him?
He's in the Dud Primer Tavern. Always in the Dud Primer. Can't miss him. Old, scarred, mean, robo-peg, robo-peeper, half spares, half guy, you know.
Heading there now.
Your weapon is made of wood and duct tape, dude.
Don't try the slime vocal chimichanga, unless you want to puke your guts out in the thoroughfare.
Slime Vogel Chimichanga, that sounds like something that Deadpool would like.
Ranger Walker, there's a message for you.
Oh, well, this is all kinds of weird.
Let's hope it's something fun.
Okay.
Be sure to return for more messages. Welcome to this.
Gotta go.
Side missions. Cool. Wooden tape, that's a pipe gun from Fallout 4. Yeah. Vogel means bird, so slime bird, whatever that is. I don't think I really want to know. Really don't. Trade towns. You'll find many types of traders you can buy and sell to. There may also be individuals who can give you information about locations. Trade towns also allow you to fast travel to them using the map. Awesome, there is fast travel in this. Slime birds are just mangy pigeons. I mean, yeah, they could also be just seagulls.
Look, Patsy.
What are you wearing? This is almost like they tried to go cyberpunk with this game, but without the dystopian corporate structure, and just, you know, went post-apocalyptic cyberpunk. I kind of approve. What? It's a sabatender.
Welcome to the Dud
That's creepy.
Hey, Carter! Let's trade some words before you head in.
Oh, he's trying to hit on me. I really want to put a bullet in him. He's having a breakdown. I mean, his name is Bruce Armbar. I'm not surprised that he's looking like that with a name like that. Soul Solid TV. Oh no.
You're new. This is the Dud Primer. Best watering hole in Gun Barrel. Big crowd, rowdy crowd. Marshall trusts me to keep said crowd in check. Name's Soul TV.
Don't worry, not here to start any shit.
Good for your face. But you do look like the action-loving kind. You should check out Mutant Bash Arena up north. What a show! What a great show!
Cool. Oh, I can't vault over that. That would have been fun. This is definitely a lot more cyberpunk now that I've gotten into a trader town.
Now I'm telling you, that's bad intel, Gulo.
Gimme, you just need a tiny gulp, Marsh.
No, you don't get true swill if you don't give true talk.
I speak the day's true, Marsh. Violence destroyed.
Yeah, right. Blown right to shit by mega bad tech mutants. I ain't biting, Gulo. You're just looking for a free fix of swill here.
Violent is gone.
See? I was talking true.
Don't glug it all at once. Ranger, huh? Oh, I haven't seen a ranger here in a long time.
John Marshall, legendary resistance fighter, war hero.
Biological age 73. Wow.
I gotta admit, I was expecting something more impressive.
Excuse me, he's not impressive? Look at that beard. That's an impressive beard.
Seems impossible. Vineland's defenses were impenetrable.
So we all thought. We weren't ready for them. We weren't ready for the authority.
Look at the side of his face. Yeah.
I'm guessing you'll hear about the Dagger Project. Problem is, we're under a whole different kind of siege here. Muties. They're clogging up our power turbine in the sewers. Now, if someone was to take care of that...
If that's what it takes to get Dagger online, show me what to kill and where.
You catch on fast. I sent down every rent-a-killer who walked in here, but they all end up dead.
Yeah, well, they're not rangers.
It won't take long.
Okay, cool. That was a thing. They don't have pro-tag armor. Yeah. They don't have this massive assault rifle or all of the upgrades that I do. So, yeah, you know, this is... Yeah, we're going to be good. This is going to be easy.
Guess you stock up at the market before venturing into those sewers, Ranger. You get that power back for me, and Dagger's back on track.
Cool. Right, yeah. I think what I'm going to do is, as said, that is where the stream is going to be ending this portion of it. I have enjoyed this game, but as stated before, it's not a game that I can stream too well because there's not a lot of things to grip me. The glove gave me Liu the Invalidity vibes. Yeah, I mean, now I've gotten to a town, it's actually starting to seem more cyberpunky and post-apocalyptic. A tattoo song for I was wondering why I recognised it, you know, from way in my past. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this, but it's not something that I think that I can properly actually stream and make interesting without apparently resorting to digging up my past with conversation from others in the chat. So at this point, it is open to the floor, to the chat. What would you like to see me stream instead? The options are The Outer Worlds, Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil, Dark Souls 3, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, Remnant from the Ashes, or Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I would put that up as a poll, but I don't know how. Black Flag's already got 2 votes. Okay then. Every now and then I descend into rabbit holes of listening to all the Tattoo songs, so yeah. Yeah. One thing I will recommend Emoto is if you look up on YouTube all the things she said by Frog Leap Studios, he does a fantastic cover of it. I mean, he does fantastic covers of pretty much everything. So that's something I would definitely agree and recommend. Okay, so Black Flag is sounding like it's what we're going to be doing. Okay, so I will just make a few alterations here. Oh, the English version. Yes, the English version. The guy himself is, I believe, Norwegian, but he sings in English, and he usually does metal covers of songs that aren't metal. Right, so as I did with another of these split streams, I will be going offline very briefly. The offline time is literally going to be me changing the stream title and me loading up Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And also stopping the stream here and then starting it up again when in Black Flag also reduces the amount of jarringness for you as viewers, and also means I can upload it as 2 different two different videos on YouTube, so that people can decide whether they want to watch this one or Black Flag or both or neither, and they're not forced to dig through a 4-hour video of Rage 2 followed by Black Flag. So with that in mind, I will be back fairly shortly. In fact, just double check. Yeah, save the game first, because as I said, I'm going to be mainlining this off stream because I've enjoyed it. Okay, so I will be back in a few moments. I will pop a message in chat when I'm back, so that if for people I'm still showing as offline, that's when you'll need to refresh the chat, refresh Twitch, just to get me back up. But until then, I will see you all in 5 minutes at the very most, I would say. Probably less than that, but I will see you in a few minutes.